Welcome and good day. This PowerPoint presentation was put together by group members Marisha, Nandlal, Journelle, Archibald, and Anjali, Boodoo. This PowerPoint presentation will convey how a lesson on geography in social studies will be delivered to a class of 20 primary school students of the Standard 2 level in Trinidad and Tobago. The creation of this unit and lesson plan was guided by the Ministry of Education's 2013 Primary School Curriculum Guides Social Studies by the Curriculum Planning and Development Division. This can be retrieved online at www.moe.gov.tt. It was also guided by the Ministry of Education's Primary School Curriculum Instructional Toolkit for Standard 2 by the Curriculum Planning and Development Division of Trinidad and Tobago. The learning plan is on the physical features of Trinidad and Tobago, natural and artificial. The theme is My Country, the environment of Trinidad and Tobago land, and the topic, natural landforms, map drawing of basic land features of Trinidad and Tobago. The duration of this lesson will be at a maximum of 35 minutes. To start the creation of this lesson plan, you need to focus on a few areas: the core skill, learning plan, theme, topic, class, duration, date, context. As mentioned before, this learning plan is on the physical features of Trinidad and Tobago, natural and artificial. You can introduce the natural first in this lesson, and in a following lesson, you can introduce the artificial. The theme, My Country, the environment of Trinidad and Tobago land. The topic, natural landforms, map drawing of basic land features of Trinidad and Tobago. Now, remember it's a Standard 2 level, a class of 20 students, and the maximum duration of the lesson should be about 35 minutes. After, you will continue with the context, and this will be guided by the PCR document of the Ministry of Education. Integrating areas within your lesson is a necessity. So integrating areas such as Health and Family Life Education, HFLE, literacy, reading, writing, oral communication, media and information literacy, ICT skills, differentiated instruction, and assessment for learning, all together will help enhance your lesson as well as enhance how students will learn. These will aid in creating an atmosphere that makes learning or teaching and learning fun, easier, and interesting for both the students and the teacher. Utilizing effective and efficient instructional strategies will help develop students' various skills, such as the cognitive, affective, psychomotor, critical thinking, problem solving, analytical, and creative skills. In all, We will be developing autonomous students. And this can be achieved by using the right instructional strategies. Always take note, before creating your lesson, of the previous knowledge of the students. For instance, they may know what are landforms, the basic features of a map, and the cardinal points. Now you need to do this so that you can begin strategically planning your way forward. Remember, you want to achieve the three main objectives: cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. The cognitive will allow the students to identify the natural landforms, for instance, mountains, hills, volcanoes. And to attain the affective, you can have the students work in small groups, for instance, groups of threes, where they will engage in discussions, complete worksheets, and receive immediate feedback from their peers and from you, the teacher. The psychomotor will engage the students even further, as they will have to construct a landform using art and craft materials. Before the start of your lesson, you can play a short, fun 5-minute game with your students that they should enjoy, and engage them in the lesson and get them to want them to learn more. You can start by saying that you are in the hotspot and you would name one landform. Then you would tag a student, and now that student will be in the hotspot, and that student will now have to name or give an example of one landform. And the game continues from there. So that student will now tag another student, and that other student would be in the hotspot, and so forth. The teaching content will consist of the methods and strategies used to teach the lesson. For instance, the use of the video, worksheets, art and craft activities such as Play-Doh or plasticine will all be used to enhance student learning in the classroom and create excitement for the students in the class through the use of all these activities. The method will include your teaching strategies, student activity, and resources. Your effective and efficient teaching strategies will facilitate smooth and easy understanding of the lesson. So, for instance, a video that explains the landforms. Now, before playing the video, you need to give the students points of what they can look out for during the video. Now, these activities that you plan for the students, they must match the teaching strategies, and they should have the students fully engaged, as it will target the different types of learners in your classroom. Finally, preparation is key. So, ensure that all the resources that you will use during the delivery of your lesson, ensure that they are ready before the commencement of your lesson. So resources such as the laptop, the multimedia projector, internet connection, your video, copybooks, glue, the printer, the speakers, worksheets, the pencils. Make sure everything is available and ready so that you will have a smooth flow to deliver your lesson. For your section review, conducting immediate review of the lesson with the students is of paramount importance. This is where you will get a good idea as to whether or not the students did in fact grasp the concepts of the lesson. So, we bring the lesson to a close. You must entail recapping the new concepts taught and learned in the lessons. You can ask the students to do journal writing by entering short points in a paragraph form, and they will describe what they have learned from the lesson. And if there are any questions that need to be addressed, that can be done so right away. Also, a formative assessment can be done, and this could be used to assess the students' understanding of the topic. Okay, so let's go a little further into the closure. A teacher can take time to sum up the lesson and ask the students questions, and of course the students can ask the teacher questions and clarification will be made there. Now at the end of the lesson, the teacher could prompt a class circle time by asking the students, what is one of the important facts you have learned about landforms? So in essence, circle time is where all students gather to discuss what they have learned during the lesson, and they can each highlight one new piece of information that they may have discovered in that particular session. Assessment and feedback is necessary. There are different types and forms of assessment that can be given to the students. So for instance, worksheets. Worksheets can be given to the students and corrected in class so that the students will receive immediate feedback. The worksheets should have pictures of different natural landforms found in Trinidad and Tobago. You can also have a map of Trinidad and Tobago where the students will be asked to insert the locations of possibly 5 landforms and label them. We hope that you enjoyed and learned from our presentation, and we thank you for listening, and we thank you for your time.